It's a grand old flag, it's a high-flying flag, it's the emblem for which we fight. It's the emblem of the team we love, the team of the red and the white. Every eye gleams bright for the red and the white as we sing this song to you. What do we sing? Should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the red and the white. It's a grand old flag, it's a high-flying flag, it's the emblem for which we fight. It's the emblem of the team we love, the team of the red and the white. Every eye gleams.
Who are we? We are the Buffaloes. B-U-F-F-A-L-O-E-S. Buffaloes! You go home and get your scannies, I'll go home and get my panties, and away we'll go. Oh, shuffle up the buffalo, shuffle up the buffaloes. Oh, buffaloes never die, never die, never die. Oh, buffaloes never die, they simply fade away. How do you do, all your buffaloes? How do you do? How do you do? How do you do, all your buffaloes? How do you do? How do you do? It's the same old street refrain.
Good evening and welcome to TIO Stadium for the 2022-23 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League season. It's round 10 action between the Darwin Buffets and the Waratah Football Club. I'm Will Zwar, solo calling tonight. Should be in for a pretty good game. Waratah, one of the best teams in the competition this year, had their first loss last week, pretty convincingly to Pint, who is certainly the benchmark. But Darwin Buffets not far behind the two of them. There's a bit of a gap. Earlier in the season, I think Waratah won by about double their score. But Buffets showed in that game and since then that they're improving. They're ready to match it with the best, and they're not just going to make up numbers. They're going to challenge, and they're going to be a threat coming into the premiership for this season. Got some notable players playing tonight, as always, with the Buffets. I've called them a bit this year. Molly Althouse, the reigning Gwyn medalist, will start in the middle as ruck. She's been fantastic all year, as she has for a number of years for the Buffets. We've also got Bianca Stokes. She last week played a bit at full forward just for something new. Looks like she'll be going to full back again. And Carla Casacala it is. A bit of a cult hero. A few weeks back she played her first game, ended up with 3 goals. Meanwhile for Waratah, their captain tonight, Lauren O'Shea, formerly listed on the Adelaide Crows, looks like she's going to head to full forward alongside Britt Daly, who in her first game in Premier League, I think it was round 2 against the Buffets, she kicked 4 goals. So likes playing against these girls, and we'll see how she goes. We've also got Izzy Rapson playing in the back line for Waratah, donning the long sleeves tonight. Not sure it's that cold, Izzy, but that's all right. If you want to wear your long sleeves, that's okay. She'll definitely be up for selection later this year for that NT Rep clash, but we'll be keeping an eye on some of those plays along with many more in tonight's game. Umpire holds the ball aloft to start this one, and Althouse goes in the ruck. She gets it down to Sarah Perkins, the former AFLW player. A bit of a mercenary playing with 4 clubs. Gets the first kick of this one forward, and it comes down. Here's Taylor Hunt-Looney getting involved as well there. Nicole Schmidt. Sarah Perkins picks it up. She's wrapped up by 2. She hits the deck. Tackled there by Joanna Boltai. Umpire calls for a free kick going the way of Waratah. So Perkins gives away a free kick. Involved early. Her second game here for Buffs in the NTFL. Getting involved is Gina Daniel. Ball comes out. Britt Daly gets a handball out there. Handball forward from Bailey for Waratah. Althouse, she's getting involved as well. Duggan kicks it forward. At the full of it's Rapson Strapoli. Safe hands. She takes it at centre half back. Plays on. Comes out to this Morris Rioli grandstand side. Looks for Jenna. Also there's Nikki Watts. They can't take the mark, but it's worked forward from Zarafa. She goes to O'Shea at full forward, bounces in front of her. She can't take it. Duggan's there. She gets it to Louie. Louie kicks it forward again to that Rapson contest, and Rapson gets her hands to it first. Came through her opponent's hands, but it's paddled out to Perkins. Perkins now kicks it forward. Casacala was one of the targets. Running back will be Michaela Sawyer. Also getting involved is Joanna Gregory. She's been a good target for them up forward this year so far. But Lauren Pluker, the vice-captain, and she went in for the toss tonight. Takes it and gets it out of that back line for Waratah. They kick it forward. Down the line, Britt Daly, the target on Shiner. Britt Daly can't take it cleanly. Hartog just using a bit of pace, turning around. Kicks it. Hazlitt overruns it. Waratah moving it forward again through Daly. She's also getting involved. Lucy Louie, former Nichols medalist, then Lucy Adam. Obviously been married since then. A few years ago, she's playing and started well playing the back line tonight. Kicks it down that far wing. A bit toing and froing in these early stages. Fomacong has 2 to beat. One of those is Pluker. Pluker kicks it to Hartog. She couldn't take it. She keeps it alive, paddles it forward. Beautifully done. Picks it up, kicks it forward. Couldn't find her target there in Daniel. And she wraps up her opponent there in Hazlitt. There's Carly Hazlitt, 2 of them out there tonight. And gets the free kick. She now goes inside 50. And O'Shea's all by herself. Can't take the mark. She should run onto it into an open goal. Doesn't get the nicest bounce, so she's put on an angle. and she just puts it through for a behind. So the first score in this one, and it's Waratah. 1 behind. Darwin Buff's yet to score. 3 minutes into this one. And Shiner will take the kick out, wearing her bright fluoro pink helmet. It's been very solid for them in that back half this year, and been impressive. She's helped grow as the Buffs have grown. The Buffettes have grown throughout the season and improved. That's a good kick in. It will come out the back, and it looks like it'll be Taylor Harder-Looney. She kicks it down the line. Kasakala runs onto it. Bit uncertain on kicking on a non-preferred, but that'll do. Get some meterage. Tackling will be Joanna Gregory. And Bishop, she picks it up. She's tackled by Kasakala. Umpire has pinged the Tars player for an incorrect disposal. So Joanna Gregory and Kasakala will make that work for them. Good lead in the pocket, but she doesn't go there. Instead, she goes to the full forward contest. Ball comes to ground, and Alia Bailey, she couldn't take the mark. Ball's paddled through their legs. Bailey lurking. Now comes out there to Slewinski. Slewinski handballs it sort of to her own advantage. That didn't quite work. Pluka picks it up. She now kicks it out here to Watts. Watts couldn't quite meet it. Ball rolls over the boundary line. So about 65 metres out from the Buffs' goal. And the game really yet to get on anyone's terms. Still early days. It'll be an interesting 4 quarters ahead. Umpire throws it in. Althouse in best position, but couldn't really get her hands to it. So ball spills over the back, and Roberts picks it up. She's running the wrong way in traffic, tries to get around, but she's tackled. Good work from Althouse there. Ball now kicked from Bailey into the middle of the ground. Britt Daly will be first to it. There with support is Gaynor. She gets a shepherd. She gets the ball and she tries to get it away, but she gets rid of it incorrectly. Daly probably lucky not to give away a 50-metre penalty, but the umpires let her go. Here's Louis. Long way from home, but this could be an important kick. Setting up a teammate. Goes inside 50. Doesn't really hit a target, and so running on towards Boltai. She's got the green boots on tonight. That should make it a bit easier for me to try and spot her out. Tackled. Had 4 to beat, and they just have muscled her. That kick inside to the full forward, and Bailey wasn't accurate. And Sharona Bishop mops it up. So she's in the back pocket, told to play on now. Looks like she'll switch across the ground here to Zarafa. Zarafa doesn't take on the full, so she's made to work. Gets a handball back to O'Hare. Back to Zarafa. Zarafa now comes down to Daniel. Daniel has one to beat. Good safe hands against Carly Hazlitt there. She comes down the line. That's a good mark there. I think it's Michaela Sawyer. Not a great kick, just to grab her along the ground, but it'll find Hartog. She overruns it. In fact, the umpires paid a free kick. Hartog will take it and go. Play stopped a little bit there. I think they were just trying to work out what was actually going on. Daniel, she takes it, hands it off to Sawyer. That one was Sawyer, so Sawyer's not rocking the blonde hair tonight. That was another player I called before. O'Shea tries to pick it up. In fact, sorry, that's Sawyer again. O'Shea still down at full forward, waiting for that next kick out, but Buffs will extract it and work it. Here's Hazlitt. Through to Roberts, back to Hazlitt. She'll go out to the other Hazlitt, Caitlin Hazlitt, with the blue helmet tonight. She's wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire will call for my ball. So we've got Carly Hazlitt, number 16, and Caitlin Hazlitt, number 23, and with that blue helmet. Not sure the relation there, but there are the two of them out there tonight. Good kick there from Mickey Roberts. Just a check side to get it forward. Umpire calls play on. No one takes the mark there. Roberts again involved, gets it out to Byers. Byers, ball comes out. Player tackled. Umpire just letting it go at this stage. I don't mind that. Mickey Roberts kicks it forward again, getting involved early as well. Boltai kicks it long down the line. Gee, they didn't talk there, but it's paid off, and Bianca Stokes is taking the mark. Safe hands. Could have used her voice a bit more, but all is well in the Buffs camp at this stage as we head to the 7.5 minute mark. She goes inboard, wraps and puts some pressure on. That was good. Not enough, those Boltai working back through. She goes to Hartog. Hartog can take it and go. No, she'll take it and pause. See what her next move is. O'Shea turns and leads. She doesn't go there. Instead, she goes out wide to Mia Haas. Can't take it, and Shiner getting involved, pushing it and paddling it towards the boundary line. Not deliberately enough though, and it'll be a ball up or a throw-in, I should say, in that forward pocket. So still yet to see a major in this one, which means there won't be a lot of time on from this first 8 minutes that we can see. But I'm sure there's one just around the corner as the ball comes in. O'Shea still waiting at full forward for someone to pop out to her and just clunk a mark. Hartog wraps up Hazlitt. Umpire calls my ball. He throws it up, the young fella. Good to see him out there from a young age, helping out whatever way he can. And that ball's come out again. Buffs could be away here. Here comes Hartaluni. Bounce wasn't favourable. Pluka will pick it up. Runs into a big strong tackle there from Fomacong. And again, Buffs still look like they could be away. Here comes big Tex Perkins. Kicks it to centre half forward. Bounces off Rapson's chest. Almost Falcon worthy that one, but not quite. Britt Daly getting involved a long way from home. Gets it back to Rapson. Rapson now down the line. Duggan on the receiver of this one. She'll go back and reassess the options for the Buffettes. Plays on. Takes one bounce. Kicks it now to centre half forward. Good mark there. Safe hands again from Waratah. Don't have the number of this one, so just going to have to say the Tars defender at this stage. Apologies. She plays on and comes down the line. Crystal Brown probably waited when she didn't need to. And Tars work it forward through Daniel. Now bouncing. Now comes to a halt. Picking it up there was Beck Denya for the Buffs. And they work it forward again. Realistically, though, not enough and not to a contest. It's not clean, but Yana Ransom, she picks it up. Ball's almost rugby style thrown out there, but the umpire didn't see, lets it go. In fact, there he calls a free kick going the way of Crystal Brown. Heard her story on ABC Radio, Territory Grandstand with Charlie King a few weeks back. Phenomenal effort. She drives in from Catherine each week to play footy. We know that players do that. A lot of dedication in the men's. I don't think it's as common in the women's though, so great work for Crystal Brown to do that. And she definitely makes her presence felt in the Buffs camp. Ball now in the forward pocket for the Buffettes, but it'll be a ball up. So 10 minutes through this one, and you're listening to the NTFL's coverage of the TIO 2022-23 Premiership season round 10 action here from TIO Stadium. It's Waratah with a 1 point lead. They've got one behind against the Darwin Buffettes, so we're yet to score in this one. And here's Hazlitt of the Caitlin variety. She kicks it inside 50 to Gregory. She couldn't take the mark, but she gets it out to Slewinski. Slewinski breaks a tackle, throws it on her left, kicks it forward. Can't find a target. It's marked by a Tars defender. She now kicks it out to Daniel. Daniel had Stokes to beat. That's not a good prospect in front of you. And the ball comes down. Brown, she kicked it to Kasakala. That didn't work either. And so the Tars again will have an opportunity to rebound. This might work for them. Goes through Daly's hands, but she picks it up. Gee, she's slung to the ground. It wasn't Daly, it was Jeans. And there's a free kick going against Silvana Goldback Eggett, I think. In fact, it is going against Jeans, just for an incorrect disposal. So Molly Oldhouse, as we know, one of the best players in the competition. She kicks it forward, finds Sarah Perkins. We know her story well. From the Crows to the D's to the Suns to the Hawks. Who knows where, if anywhere, next for her. But right now she's with the Buffs, and that's a good kick inside forward. Doesn't hit a target though. Rapson picks it up. She's getting under pressure. Good work from Slewinski. Bowled her over. Rapson got a good kick out though. Leaves their defensive 50. Gets it out of the danger zone for now. Umpire calls play on. Tars trying to work it out. A lot of Buffs involved as well though. And you feel like this one's going to be a bit of an arm wrestle all night. We know Tars are going to be hungry. They had their first loss last week to Pint. Done pretty convincingly. Buffettes, meanwhile, have been third, and it's those top two teams, Pint and Waratah, on the ladder this year. Then there's a little bit of a gap to the Buffettes, and then there's a pretty big gap to the rest of them. So Buffettes want to show that they're here to put up a pretty big fight. They want to get the first goal, you'd think, to show that. Roberts, she gets a handball over the top. Umpire lets it go, calls play on. Ball still at the bottom of the pack there. Umpire blows a whistle, says we'll have a ball up. And it's about 40 from goal. Dangerous position for Waratah. Don't want to give one away here. Althouse uses her body well. Gets boot to ball. She's bowled over. Now comes out. I think that's Erin Hunt back there. That player I wasn't sure of before getting involved, but there'll be a free kick going the way of Pluka, the vice-captain. So she's assessing her options now, deep in defence. She'll come out this near side to the Morris Rioli grandstand side. Zaraf for the target. She had a couple to beat, but she'll make it work. Bowls through. Ball in hand, kicks it forward onto the run of her teammate there, who's run down. Just got a hand out. Very clever back to Zarafa. Clever there from Jeans, but Zarafa's got 3 to beat. She can't quite do it. Umpire lets them go. They've done well. Don't mind that from the umpire. The ball has extracted itself here. Tars have another opportunity. Kick it long and high. At the fall of it is Hazlitt of the Carly variety, but she can't take it cleanly. Umpire calls play on. Bounces through now back to Yana Ransom. Yana Ransom kicks it forward. Molly Althouse takes it, plays on. Kicks it long. A big long kick into the forward line. It's a one-on-one. We've got Bailey chasing O'Hare, and O'Hare wins the race, picks up the ball, kicks it. Didn't get it as far as she would have liked, made Bishop work, and Bishop gives away the free kick. So now we've got Shelby Allen Hammer. She kicks it inside 50 as well now. Mark from Carla Casacala, she can't take the mark, and away comes Hunt again. Goes out, finds Zarafa. Zarafa bounces out of her hands. Daly on the floor, she picks up the ball. They've got a few options, and they've got Brioni Black, just one kick forward if they can get it to her. She's just out of screen. You can't quite see her. Hartog, she gets it inboard to Watts. Watts, her kick intercepted and buffs her away now as well. That kick nearly marked by Hunt on the rebound. Bishop, good work, just picked it up, had confidence to go, believed in herself, middle of the ground. Not a great kick though, and it'll be marked by Carly Hazlitt in the middle of the ground. So 14 minutes and 50 seconds. Just trying to work out how much longer. There can't be much longer left. A big barrel inside 50 from Sarah Perkins there. She kicks it. Rapson will be first to it. Perkins' kick didn't really have aim or direction. It was just long and got distance. And that's the first quarter. So Waratah hold a very slim lead. 1 point. Darwin Buffett's yet to score. And I think it's going to be a bit of a grueling match here at TIO Stadium. I hope you stay with me because I'll be bringing you the best footy commentary from this game tonight. We'll be back after this short quarter-time break.
This afternoon here at Waratah, TIO Stadium. To the left of your radio they go.
Wow, what a goal to start the game.
Oh, picked up by Makar. Beautiful. Goes for home and has nailed an absolute rip sorter. From the pocket, and he's kicked an absolute ripper.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium for round 10 action of the 2022-23 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League season. It's our round 10 match between the Darwin Buffets and Waratah. In a low-scoring first quarter, Waratah lead 1 point. Darwin Buffets yet to score. Willswar with the solo call tonight. Should be in for a good one. I'd run through the goal scorers, but as you can see, there are no goals yet scored. So waiting on that. And it's an interesting game. Waratah, as we know, one of the best sides of the competition, probably in its history over the last couple of decades. They went on a stage where I think they won 7 of 8 or something ridiculous like that. Buffets have also won one, and they're the reigning premiers actually. And this season, Tars and Pint are the ladder leaders. Buffets a little bit behind them, but well in contention. And then the rest of the competition are more or less making up the numbers. But we'll see how we go. Molly Althouse with the first sort of inches of this quarter. Takes it, kicks it forward now. Bounces over Rapson Strapoli and over Schmidt. Bishop now walking towards it and paddles it over the boundary line. So, as we mentioned, Tars and Pints the best teams, and Buffets a little bit behind them. They'll want to prove tonight that they are up for the challenge. So we'll have a ball up in their forward 50 here. And if they could pull an upset tonight, Tars would be hungry after their first loss of the season last week, but Buffets would really flex their muscles against the rest of the competition. So the ball comes back now, and it's Brown. She handballs it into her teammate, but doesn't get too far. Britt Daly handballs it forward as well. Intercepted by Louis. Louis kicks it inside 50. Bishop has been very good tonight, but Casacala's taken the mark. The cult hero, Carla Casacala. I think on debut a few weeks back, maybe it was a month or so now, I think she kicked 4 goals and the crowd absolutely loved it. Here she comes now, kicks it a bit far out, almost beyond her measure, and just bounces through for a behind. So they level the score. Their first points on the board tonight. 1 behind to the Darwin Buffets and 1 behind to Waratah. So we'll have a kick in now from fullback from, I believe it's Tarano here. She plays on. She's in a paddock of space. That bounce, not great, so she won't do it again. Kicks it and intercepted by Lucy Louis. O'Hare gets to her opponent again. Louis assessing her options. Hartog commanding her teammates of where to go. That kick, not a great one, inside 50. Comes out, and it looks like it'll be Boltai kicking it out there. Crystal Brown at the fall of it. Oh, 2 Buffets collided there. Zarafa, she was there to pick up the crumbs but wasn't clean. Brown got up. 2 Buffets checking in on each other. It's Hardalini and Brown. Good to see that care factor still involved. And Zarafa's ball had rolled over the boundary line. So we'll have a throw in just in front of the Buffs bench. Althouse there in the ruck. Uses her body well. Gets around one, gets it to Brown, who just hacks it out of mid-air. Very clever onto Duggan. Duggan, she's very crafty and clever. We know that. A fantastic basketballer as well. That kick inside 50 doesn't hit a target. And Bishop, who for me has probably been best on, given the circumstances and the context of tonight's game, it's been very good. That kick, though, couldn't come out. And Carla Casacala kicks it to the hot spot. Rapson Strapoli did very well. Schmidt kicks towards goal. Rapson is trying to claim touched. Umpire says through, and we have our first one for the night. So it wasn't Schmidt. In fact, it was Nicole Schmidt. She kicked the first goal. So well done. And the Darwin Buffets are on the board. 1 goal, 1. We'll have a look at the replay here. Casacala kicks it to the top of the square. Rapson very good to try and stop it. But the ball's just bounced in favour of Schmidt. And it's bounced through. And that will give the Buffets some hope. So mark it down for 1. Good work, Buffets. They're showing they're up for the fight. Didn't score in that last quarter, but they're on the board twice already here and have a 6-point lead. 3.5 minutes into the second quarter here at TIO Stadium. So the umpire will ball it up imminently. Comes up now. Slewinski at the fall of the ball. Almost held without it. Althouse picks it up, gets her hands back. Daly involved. In fact, it wasn't Daly. It was Maddie Jeans. Get the 9 and the 19 confused in this commentary box here, but that's okay. I'll do what I can. Kicks forward now. Good safe hands at centre half back there from the Buffettes. Shiner trying to provide an option. She'll go well beyond her. Looking now to Fomacong. She can't take the mark, but Louis will pick it up. She's getting involved. Also been very good for the Buffettes. Boltai. Gee, that was a big move on her. She's hit the deck hard, but she's up and about. Louis, she takes it though and runs, gets away. Wasn't clean off the boot, but it gained some meterage, and that's all right. Looks like we've also got Erin Hunt chasing the ball. Bishop, she picks it up, and here we go again. She's best on ground still for me. Comes down. Stokes takes the mark on the wing. Tries to gain some distance to Nicole Schmidt. Daniel gets it to Hunt. Hunt now to centre half back. She finds Beth Wheeler. Wheeler plays on. Kicks it to Daly on the wing. She's got a teammate there to help her out in Black. Black's wrapped up in a tackle. Daly now into action. She can't do much with it, and Hazlitt gets it back to Perkins. Perkins under pressure. Fluffs it up a bit. Gets it in board. It'll work out for the Buffettes still. That's okay. Ball comes back now. Hazlitt in the middle of the ground. Kicks forward. Bounces off Gregory's chest into Duggan. Duggan now goes and she finds Casacala all by herself. Stokes is in the goal square all by herself as well. Kick too high, might not work in her favour. Couldn't take the mark cleanly. Hits the deck. There goes Michaela Sawyer. In fact, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong team sheet. It's Alia Bailey. Goes through, just to behind. Extend their lead out to 7 points. Zarapson, she'll look to take the kick in. 5 minutes and 45 seconds into this second quarter here at TIO Stadium. Plays on. Safer hand, safer kick out from fullback here, you would think. Although that one maybe not. That goes to Carly Hazlitt. Hazlitt a long way from home. Rapson, as you can see, just getting on her opposition player. Hazlitt gets around the player on the mark, takes a bounce. Ambitious. You got to ping her for holding the ball there. Surely how'd she get rid of the ball, umpire? That's all right. He says play on, lets it go. Big strong tackle in that forward line for the Buffs, and Waratah's defence sticking up very strong. We'll have a free kick, I think. Or is it a ball up? It's a ball up. About 35 out from goal. So that one there, Michaela Sawyer got the handball down, and Tars coming out of their back line. Perkins, that big stronghold sort of position, a kick behind, keeping a safeguard on everything. She's playing that, it seems. Ball pings a little bit forward in front of her again, and a free kick going the way of Tars to Britt Daly. Also been very good tonight. She gets her hands out now. Jeans. Jeans' kick was smothered. She's under pressure. She's got to run. She kicks it. Not a great kick, but that's okay. Bounces through Oldhouse's legs. I think they call that a nutmeg in soccer. And she gets herself a free kick. In fact, it's not to her, sorry. It's to Silvana Goldback-Eggett, her opponent, against Oldhouse. Goldback-Eggett now kicks it forward. Good mark there from Bryony Black at the end of her tether. Just stretched as much as she could for it on Sarah Perkins. She's on the mark. Bryony Black kicks it in to full forward. Beats all comers. Running onto it, Zarafa. Can she get into a good position? Duggan just gets boot to ball. Gets it out of that danger zone, but she wants to keep it in, or this might be deliberate if the umpire gets to it. Zarafa, she runs to it. Getting a boot to ball there was Denya as well. Ball still alive. Phenomenal work by the girls out there. Denya kicks it long and high. Casacala on Hartog. I love this contest here. Two great players. Two cold heroes in their own right. And Hartog wraps her up. Umpire pings her for holding the ball. Well done, Izzy Hartog. Great work. Kicks it forward now. Can't find her teammate, Naomi Salib. And here's Hazlitt taken high. Play on. Advantage allowed. She goes down to half forward. Running onto it will be Shelby Allen Hammer in front of Rapson. Rapson puts a tackle on, but Allen Hammer manages to get it forward. And running to it, Stokes. We mentioned she'd moved a little bit forward, and she's moved forward now. Playing it full forward, she hits the deck. Ball not in her possession anymore. It's now with Rapson. Rapson snaps it forward. Bounces. Gee, that was a very clever kick if she's intended it. Comes to Hartog now. She works it forward. There to Salib. Salib tries to go back to Wheeler. Wheeler couldn't take it cleanly. It'll now come back to, sorry, it wasn't Salib, it was Bryony Black. Black kicks it forward. Shiner with that pink helmet bounces over her as well. She gets her handball back to Duggan. Duggan Clean, safe hands, kicks it inboard. Not a great kick though. I think this might be Hunt again. Hunt goes inside 50. O'Shea picks it up. She gets through Perkins. They used to be teammates at the Crows. Comes in forward. Can't take the mark. There was Mia Haas, unfortunately, but O'Shea picks it up, gets boot to ball. It's running, getting to it. There will be Gaynor. Gets boot to ball. Has that gone through? I think it has. What a goal. Great work there from Bronte Gaynor. On the last line, she just snuck in a toe. Got that on and reduces the margin to 1 point. So look at the replay here. They just kept working, Tars. It's been pressure the pressure's been max from both defensive sides, I'd say, but that goal's really the production of some great forward pressure from players there, like Haas and like Lauren O'Shea, who just made sure that it wasn't getting out of there unless it was going back to the umpires into the middle after a goal. So Waratah reduced the margin to 1 point. We've got a game on our hands, as we know. It's low scoring. It's probably going to be low scoring, just judging by the way it's being played at the moment. A bit of an arm wrestle awaits us all. 10 minutes in, and just a reminder, you're watching TIO's coverage, or NTFL's coverage of the 2022-23 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League season. Round 10 action here from TIO Stadium. Mickey Roberts been a bit quiet this quarter, but we know how lively she can be. She could be a game changer if she gets on her bike. Crystal Brown now with the ball in the middle of the ground. Kicks it forward. Stokes, big strong lead to centre half forward. Couldn't take the mark. Ball hits the deck. Now comes out to Rapson. Rapson gets boot to ball quickly, but it'll only get as far as Duggan. In fact, no. Finally now gets to Duggan after a handball. Neither player wanted to pick up the ball, just waiting for the other one to do it. Now comes Harder Looney. She's running through as well. Hartog taps it to her own advantage, but she's almost pushed over there by her opponent in Yana Ransom. Ransom also gets boot to ball. Stokes running onto it, try to pick it up, but it bounced to her opponent off her own foot. Now through there, I think this here is Boltai. Boltai kicks it down the wing. Shine is at the fall of it. So too is Watts. Perkins also lurking. Now comes out Hazlitt. Gets hands onto it. Comes to Lucy Louie. She kicks it forward. Bounces through a couple of plays. One of them's Brown. She'll pick it up first. Now gets her hands out again to Roberts. Roberts throws it onto her left. Snaps it forward. High. Bouncing towards 50. Now towards the boundary line. It's a foot race to get there. Jenna Daniels done very well there. Gotten it through to her teammate and Wheeler. Wheeler's kicked it down the line. Running onto it there. Mia Haas. Mia Haas a long way from home. Very well placed kick though. And Tars are on here. They come in. Find Naomi Salib. Salib goes back. Looks to pass it off. Goes to the goal square. It's a one-on-one. O'Shea keeps her feet. Her teammate didn't, but the ball didn't bounce kindly for her. Now gets a handball back. Salib try to get boot to ball. From memory, she might have been a soccer player who they've tried to convert into an AFL player. We'll see how that's going. She's performed pretty well so far this year, but that soccer kick, unfortunately, not as effective as she or the team would have liked. And looks like we have a free kick going the way of Sarah Perkins at half back. She goes down the line a little bit. Finds Crystal Brown. Crystal Brown keeps running. Goes to Mickey Roberts. Mickey Roberts. Gee, the bus getting onto it here. A couple of clean disposals in a row is what you want, particularly in a game like this where they're not easy to come by. Umpire calls play on. Probably got away with what could have been considered a throw there. Hartog now kicks it out to the wing. Crystal Brown takes the mark in front of Zarafa. Brown told to play on. Goes to Roberts. Bounces off her chest. That's all right, because the bus will have another crack. Through Crystal Brown, deja vu. This time she goes forward to Charlie Byers. Charlie Byers goes inside 50, spills over the top. Stokes sort of went through her feet now with Bishop, who's been pretty good this game. I reckon she was best on ground that first quarter. That kick out on the full, unfortunately. So this real arm wrestle is edging towards the closure of the second stanza. It's 13 minutes and 50 seconds gone. Darwin Buffett's lead 1-8 against Waratah Football Club 1-7. Let's see what happens here. Buffett's player plays on, gets the 50, kicks inside. Bishop should have been first to it, but again, it's just bounced through her fingers and over the boundary line. So we'll have a throw in about 20 metres out from the Buffett's goal. And they've really had the ball in their forward 50 for all of this quarter, probably dominating the play, probably shell-shocked the Tars a little bit just in terms of how well they played compared to when they played in round 2. But the Tars defence is holding up strong. So they come in, ball comes out, hands over the top. Duggan gets a handball back there. I think Slewinski involved. Can't quite see the numbers or the plays. Hartaluni, ball comes in front of her. Now Duggan gets a handball forward as well. That one there is Michaela Sawyer, I believe. She can't take it either. Umpire calls for a ball up. So Buffs hoping to capitalise on a bit more of the dominance they've had on field. That there was Fomacong out of ruck. Just paddling it. Trying to paddle it to their own advantage. Hunt, she's been very good. Ball comes back down. Boltai checks side, did very well to keep that in. Carly has it at the bottom of that against Waratah. In fact, it was Caitlin Hazlitt. Apologies to the Hazlitt girls. I think I've confused you a couple of times tonight, but there is 2 of them out there. Slewinski inside 50, late in this quarter. Hartog, safe hands in the back pocket. She takes it. Can only be a few seconds left in this one. So Hartog, safe hands, just wants to make sure she doesn't turn it over here. Good kick to Gina Daniel. She couldn't take the mark. It steals out. Daniel keeps it in front of her. Tries to get it out there now to Salib. Works it forward. Duggan, dangerous. Dangerous for the Tars. Crystal Brown picks it up. Now it's worked out. Slewinski again to full forward. Stokes marks it. And too easy for the Buffettes. They could line up for their second goal this quarter and of the match. So there can't be long left. I think the first quarter went for about 15 minutes and 10 seconds. We've had 2 goals in this one and it's at 16:25. So Siren might even beat her to the kick here. But she walks in. Bianca Stokes moved to full forward and she's happy off it as soon as it leaves the boot. So the Buffaloes, Darwin Buffettes, will go into half time. You would think 2-2-14 to Waratah 1-1-7. Great work, and I think it's a good move to put her at full forward in a game like this because she can outmuscle her opponents. It doesn't really look like a lot of defenders for Waratah who will match her for size, and if she can get a bit of space on her teammates like that and a bit of burst and speed, she'll be unstoppable on a lead as she was there. She kicks through a goal. It's a very important goal for them. They go 7 points up against arguably one of the best teams of the competition this year. So we'll see if there's any more time in this quarter. 17.25 minutes gone. Umpire just checking the 6-6-6 rule, telling Tars to sort themselves out. So we've got Maddie Jeans heading to the back line and Izzy Hartog heading into the middle. That's a warning under the 6-6-6 rule, or it's 5-6-5 I should say in women's footy. That's all right. We'll get there. And here goes Silvana Goldback. Eggett handballs into Zarafa. Zarafa rolls around onto her left. Kicks it. Hartog in the middle again. Good work from her. Comes out to the forward flank. There's the siren. So it is that 7-point margin. The Darwin Buffettes lead by 2-2-14 against Waratah. 1-1-7. The 2 goals to the Buffs in that quarter went to Schmidt. She opened the account with a very cheeky goal. They thought was maybe touched, but it wasn't, in the goal square. And the goal almost on the death to Bianca Stokes. And for Tars, their goal was kicked by, I'll have to check that after the break. We'll go through some of the better players. I've really liked the game of Crystal Brown, Kylie Duggan for the Darwin Buffettes, and for Waratah I've really liked the games of Erin Hunt and Bishop at half back, but you'd say Buffettes in control of this one. However, Tars, they're weathering the storm. We'll see how long they can weather it for in the second half after this break.
Turnover. Tommy Clark hits it with pace. Serves it up. Oh, it was a Bruce, sorry. Bruce giving it over to Mitch Robinson. Robinson snap.
Sausage roll!
It's the Kodak snap of the day. comes in.
Kicked 2 goals too.
Oh, nice strike at the football. Can he work it back? Oh,
there it is.
He's worked it back all right. It's a Buff Ewing special. Just stay there by the Saints player in Stenning.
Oh, Waratah.
Picked up Waratah on the right foot. Snaps a shot on goal. It's a goal. Get around him. So he's looking to snap on that left foot. Steps out and around.
Loves the celebration.
Way through it. Oh, get him up. Get around him. Joey Collinson kicks a ripper from the pocket for the Buffs. He's into the ground. Grenfold's trying to mark that. Well done. Picked up there by the Saints player in Hartung. It comes out. Little snap
Cookie.
goal. Well done, Cook.
The Cookie Monster gets one there. Beautiful snap through.
Ground Cook with beautiful quick hands there.
Boils out.
To Hillier. Boils out. The big guy from Adelaide goes for goal. And that's a great finish. Oh, that's a great finish.
Great goal.
Well done, Boyle. Kicks a goal for St Mary's. Has the run of it. Feeds it out. Salmon will get the handball from Lant. Joey Salmon on his left foot. He kicks an inside right foot and he kicks a goal. Great goal, Joey Salmon. It's long towards the contest. Saints player there in Hartung does very well. He gathers that ball, gives it over to Mitchie Musgrave. Mitchie, yes, beautiful shot on goal there, makes him pay. Chance to get it, he knocks it to his advantage and then gathers. Well done, Dylan Lant. Grenfell again. Oh, he's a nightmare. No, he's played on quickly and he's kicked the goal.
Fifth.
He's kicked 5, the big fella. Oh, it's chopped off beautifully there by the Saints player in Smithman. Well done to Coco Nicky. And old Choco, he's got one for him against the grain. Coco Nicky jails one. Here he goes. Cooper.
I'm at Watkins here, a bit short.
Bit short. He needed to probably take a few extra
good goal.
steps.
I'm at Watkins from the boundary.
Watkins, get around him. That's what the Buffaloes needed. Here they come, the Buffaloes, the double blues. Forward there. Trapped well by Pendlebury. He gives it out to the advantage of Coco Nicky, who's been their best forward
Super
by
Cooper.
far. Over to Cooper. Can Cooper finish off for the Buffaloes? Cooper's jailed it. Well done, Cooper. Goes about it. He goes long this time.
Big
the sausage. Go for goal, son. In your 200th. And he just does the team thing, the sauce. Nightmares about this bloke tonight. He steps out. He hoiks it across his body. That's another goal. The big fella from St Mary's has kicked his 7th.
Palmerston Magpies share it around, picked up Guthrie. Guthrie kicks on goal in the square. Little nudge out, just the nicest little nudge out. And Brodie Lake, his direct opponent, my information was correct. He nudged Lake out, and Eddie Betts has the mark. Lake on the goal line, no problem whatsoever. So inside about a minute and 15 seconds, Eddie Betts and Palmerston on the board.
Richardson forward line, Ian, there's a big emphasis on Eddie Betts, and here he comes.
Betts comes into the picture. Matthew Dennis one way, then the other. Betts slips through. Brodie Lake, your man. Betts has got 2. Palmerston have got 2. 7 minutes in. No, it's not. In front. That time it's Mazzini for Southern Districts. Won the tap. Picked up. Kick on goal. And it's a goal. Inch. Running around, is that Fijo? Fijo spins the ball forward, looks for a teammate, drops the mark, had plenty of time and then puts Districts in front. That's Taj Stanley. Goal, the left footer, across the face, but a big mark taken. Now we might have it. Sam Dunstan.
He is going to go around the corner.
He is a right footer. He's just stuck in the left forward pocket. Suits the right footer. Gets the hurry up from the field umpire, and Dunstan kicks and kicks truly. They've gone on Josiah Farah. Gets back to Farah on the left foot. Kicks to the top of the square. Over the back. Big mark. Betts.
Amazing mark. Right on the boundary line too. But he...
Not a note, but he hits the ground. Curls it around the corner and gets number 4, I reckon.
Yes, an Eddie Betts special we've just seen there, Rena.
Unaffected. Ball in dispute. Maggie's at the ground level. Ball over the back. Who's got the pace? Michael Bowden. You're right, got Betts. Betts has got it. Betts on the non-preferred left. Betts has got 5. Doesn't matter who they put on him. Listen, the big man. Beaten to it by Mazzia. Picked up that time and a goal.
Now, make sure that's not touched. No, it's not. So that is the sealer.
Running away. He's run 100 metres. Kicks on goal. Dunstan. And there's Smith. Kicks a goal. Luke Smith it was.
Another chance to go inside forward 50, a pretty open forward line. Thomas Motlop and Stephen Motlop down there working. Stephen Motlop just picks it up, wheels around, hooks back towards goal. It looks pretty good. I think it is good. It's gone straight through the middle, so a fantastic finish out there by Stephen Motlop. She's left a screen here, and Marlon Motlop gets the hand pass out the back through the hands. It's worked to O'Connell. O'Connell swings the ball around. That's a pretty good shot on goal, I think. Umpire Jenny Rowe likes it, and it's through for a goal for Wanderers. And Devils punch forward, and Nightcliff looking to work it out. Hartlett got caught with the ball. It spills out here to Tyson White, who has the shot on goal, and he's kicked truly for Wanderers' 5th goal. So with the free kick just outside forward 50 on the outer side of the ground, he kicks the ball inside the corridor, inside forward 50, getting his hands on the ball and dribbling towards goal. It's going to go all the way. I think it's close. I think it's gone all the way through, and that was Jack Burke for Wanderers. So hand pass back to Nyhouse, and he chips him forward to Philo. Philo drills it inside forward 50, and that's a better forward entry, and just goal on the board. He'll be kicking from just inside 50. It's high, looks pretty straight. If it's got the distance, it has got the distance, and that's Nightcliffe's first goal for the game. And Wanderers tidy up and clear away. It was Wheatra called his teammate out there and then spilt the mark, and here's a flying shot for goal. I think it's gone all the way through. It is. And we've got a stoppage here, and Marlon Motlop doing the rock work, taps it out to Thomas. Thomas with the snapshot at goal, looks good. And the veteran, I'm sure he won't mind me calling him a veteran, gets on the end of that, and he's been pretty good for Wanderers tonight. Looks like he'll take the shot at goal from out there in the right forward pocket. Kicks on its way. It looks pretty good. I think it is good. That was.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium for round 10 action of the 2022-23 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League season between Darwin Buffets and Waratah. It's the Buffets with an unlikely but well-deserved 7-point lead at half-time, 2-2-14 over Waratah, 1-1-7. Before the game starts, or the half starts, we'll just quickly go through goal scorers. For Tars, it was Bronte Gaynor with that soccer off the ground, and for the Buffs, it was Nicole Schmidt and Bianca Stokes with the goals. A 1-point quarter in the first, Tars with that 1-point lead, and all of those goals came in that second. Bianca Stokes came late. We know Tars are one of the competition leaders at the moment alongside Pint Football Club. Buffets, the third cab off the rank and wanting to show that they're not here to make up the numbers. We'll see if they can maintain this 7-point lead in the second half, but it's the Tars who get the first clearance out of the middle. Not too far down the track though. It'll be picked up here by Bryony Black, who's been pretty lively so far in this one. Umpire will call for a ball up though. Just on the far side, almost in the middle of the ground. Old House will get the tap down to Big Tex Perkins. She then hits the deck as the ball is still waiting to be picked up. Tars pick it up first, so it's a big high ball. We'll go just a bit forward for them. Running on is Salib. Duggan is manning her, but Salib will pick it up and she'll handball it back now to Goldback Eggett. Free kick will be given to the Buffs. Perkins plays on, takes advantage, kicks it long forward. Really didn't kick it to anyone in particular. Should have thought through that a lot better. Wraps and shoved out of the way without the ball. Umpire said play on. Not sure about that, but it's okay. They'll make it work. Goldback Eggett, she tackles Harder-Looney. Harder-Looney gets the ball out though. Carla Casacala couldn't take the mark, and Stokes, she's now trying to get over it. Rapson under pressure, as to is O'Hare, but they're doing their best to keep it out of the danger zone. Pops out, now putting some pressure on as well. Looks like it might be Gaynor back there after kicking that goal. O'Hare gets the ball out, bounces beyond, I think it was Crystal Brown, now comes to Slewinski. It was Lucy Louie in fact, and Jeans is there as well. She earns herself a free kick, looks down the ground, doesn't have a lot. She's got a lead from Salib. She'll go to her, but Lucy Louie is standing in the hole. Ball falls short and into her lap. She now goes forward. Marked there by Jeans, so she'll have another crack. Comes down the wing, goes beyond Louie, but only gets it as far there as Mia Haas. The ball goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in on centre wing. So the umpire will throw it in. It's been a pretty good ruck contest tonight. Old House, as we've mentioned, the reigning Gwyn medalist. So you could argue she is the premier plate in the competition, and the best ruck in the comp takes it there. But it looks like Bailey has been doing pretty well in her own right against her. Here's Erin Hunt. Half back flank goes to centre half back. Beautiful kick to Rapson. Rapson took it, played on, absolutely steamrolled by Sarah Perkins. Perkins comes back. She's directing her teammates. Plays on, kicks it away from where she directed her teammates. That's footy sometimes. O'Hare looks like she'll caress it over the goal line, and she does. So again, realistically, Buffs have probably been the best team in this game. And they could be a bit further ahead, but Tars, particularly that back line, is just a fortress. They're just holding their own, not letting anything get through easily at all. Comes through now. Mickey Roberts is at the fall of it. Rapson's putting pressure on. Ball goes over the boundary line. throw in on that far flank we will have as we hit the 3-minute and 23-second mark of this quarter. In fact, it was a deliberate, so the Buffs had a kick inside 50. Now comes with Roberts. In fact, it's Hardalooney. She gets past one, dances around the same player, dances around a second, kicks it to the hot spot. It's beyond Stokes. She'll have to run. She's made to run. Good work there from Boltai, I think it is. It is Boltai. She now kicks it out of the defensive 50, out of the danger zone. Daly has to work for it. It's not Daly, it's Haas, and it bounces over the boundary line. So we're playing the last touch rule, it looks by the looks of things, which means if a TARS player is the last to get a clear disposal before it goes out of bounds, it'll be a free kick to a Buffets player and vice versa. So Duggan's kicked that one in, hasn't really done what she wanted to. Bishop, she's moved into the forward line for TARS. Ball bounces over the boundary line. Good work there from Callista Jane Shiner to get it over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in there as it wasn't really clear who it came off. No direct disposal from that one. So Oldhouse again on Bailey. Bailey in front. Oldhouse just used her body well. Beautiful handball out there to Byers. Byers working hard. Puts a tackle on, pings her for holding the ball. Great work there from Charlie Byers. Superstar of the competition, Byers gets it off to Perkins. She goes inside 50. Again, she's big and long with her kicks, but they don't really have the direction that you'd like. Oh, here. She gets a free kick, comes out of that defensive 50. Slewinski, she couldn't take the mark there. Comes down. Zarafa hands it back. Boltai kicks it high, out of bounds on the full. So Perkins, she'll take the free kick in from just in front of the TARS bench. Assesses her options. We'll play on. Just go inside 50. Stokes is really, in fact it wasn't Stokes, it was Alan Hammer. Or Fomacong, third time lucky. Ran onto that, snapped towards goal, only rolled through for a behind. But a handy behind nonetheless. 2-3-15, Bufflets lead Waratah 1-1-7. An 8-point ball game as we head to the 6-minute mark of this third quarter. So umpire will throw it in that forward pocket. Looks like it'll be O'Hare on Fomacong in the ruck. O'Hare gets a hit out. Just check sides it out of the danger zone. Roberts, though, runs onto it. She's got her own danger zone around her because she's a very dangerous player. She tackles Goldback Eggett there. Umpire says we'll have a ball up, though. So it looks like it'll be Gina Daniel there. She comes down. Roberts gets a handball away. Was it Hardalooney who I think maybe got a handball through there? Now it comes out. Erin Hunt gets it there to Gaynor. She's kicked the TARS solitary goal this game. Duggan picks it up, gets a handball through. Zarafa trying to do something. So too Duggan. It comes back to her. Daly wrapped up in a tackle by Shiner in that bright pink helmet. Slowly but surely the TARS are gaining meterage. High tackle to Zarafa. She'll go back. She's got Daly leading into space. I think she'll go there. She will. In fact, it's not Daly, it's Haas. Haas takes a mark. Good work from Haas. Bishop leading. She doesn't go there either. Good push from Molly Oldhouse. She just uses her body so well. Now running through there, Maddie Jeans. Didn't take it. Umpire says play on comes to Sarah Perkins. Just throws it on the boot. A big torpedo. Again, without real direction. That one nearly paid off. Fomacong couldn't mark it though. Picked up there. Slung was Daly. That is Daly that time. Perkins again just punches it. Indirect and without direction. So too was that kick. Comes down to Oldhouse. Oldhouse comes out now. She finds Hazlitt. Hazlitt has got a player all by herself in Duggan. The kick wasn't accurate to get to her, but it comes to Byers, who's equally dangerous and damaging. She goes a short one to Perkins. I don't think that was 15, but they claim it. Perkins comes around, rolls onto her right, Kicks it inside 50. That's a much better kick from her. Couldn't find Fomacong. She's wrapped up by the undersized Rapson, who plays with her heart on her sleeve, and she's got long sleeves on tonight, so a lot of hearts out there as well. Ball now comes over the top. Crystal Brown kicks it into full forward. It's Joanna Gregory. What can she do? Not too much when you've got a defender like Taryn O'Hare on your back, and she gets it out of the danger zone again. There's Carla Casacala wrapped up in a tackle. Callista Jane Shiner also getting involved. Paddles it back now, comes out. Boltai. She picks it up and kicks it long in the Haas direction. She's got Duggan to beat. Not an easy task. Duggan can't take it cleanly though. She's wrapped up by Haas. Good strong tackle. Umpire lets it go. Now comes through. Daly throws it on boot. Marked forward by Jeans. Jeans has Hartog, who's been unside in this quarter forward. Perhaps a bit out of reach now. She just throws it on the boot and hopes it bounces to the advantage of Bishop. It doesn't quite. Hazlitt picks it up. Runs into Bryony Black. Crowd calls for a holding the ball call, but I don't like that. She has another crack. Bishop also getting on top of it. Umpire almost looking like he's going to put the whistle in his mouth, but the Buffs come away with it. Hartog puts a tackle on. Comes to Brown. Brown plays on. Kicks it into the middle of the ground. Erin Hunt picks it up. Keeps it in her control. Now gets it back to Salib. Salib to Daly. Daly snaps it forward. Goes to Oldhouse. Oldhouse on the rebound. She kicks it forward as well. Salib at the fall of it. Try to get a fist involved. She couldn't. Umpire calls a free kick. High hit going the way of Buffettes. They have a chance to load up. 8 points in. We head towards the 10-minute mark of this quarter. And it's still an 8-point margin. No one yet to really kick a goal in this quarter. No one yet to kick a goal in this quarter, I should say. Ball now comes forward from Wheeler. Wheeler goes to Hartog, all in a paddock of space, and she's very dangerous. Bishop needs to give her something more. There's a lot of space between Bishop and O'Shea, but they've got two to beat. Good work there from Hazlitt to get in the way and intercept that. And I think the connection, the synergy between the midfielder and the forwards just wasn't quite on there. Perhaps an opportunity gone missing. Here comes Caitlin Hazlitt with that blue helmet. She goes down that far wing to Louis. Not a great kick to her, but should work. She's got two to beat, however. Hunt, beautiful use of the body. Now she comes in, just kicks it. It's intercepted by Hazlitt again. She'll have another crack. Goes down the line. Intercepted nearly. Fomacong, she's getting involved. Tackles, puts a tackle on. Ball spills out. No one can take it cleanly. Louis, now she tries. Gets a quick handball. Hunt, she takes it. Throws it on the boot. Kicks it down the line, but there was no one there. Picked up by Brown. Brown plays on. Kicks it long. Izzy Rapson at the fall of it. Izzy Rapson takes the mark. She'll go back and stem the flow. She plays on. She goes long. It beats all comers. Goes over the back. Ball comes out to Salib. Salib just throws it on the boot. Bishop and O'Shea there. They give away the free kick, and it'll be Denya taking it for Buffettes at half back. They've got Perkins all by herself. Gets an easy ball. Runs onto her left now. Kicks it to a 3-on-1. Lucky that she had a good target in Callista Jane Shiner. She now goes inside 50. Roberts. She couldn't take it. Watts handballs it back. Ball comes out. Salib will pick it up. Got a few options if she can pick it up cleanly. She can't, so Slewinski will. Slewinski runs onto her left. Just to grab her along the ground again. There's been a few of them tonight. Daly gets a handball out. Now comes to Boltai. Boltai running, bounding. She's been very good tonight as well. Gina Daniel needs to run onto it. Kicks it forward, and they could be on here. The Tars gets it to O'Shea. She needs Bishop to do something for it. She gets involved. Bishop needs to get boot to ball, and they did not work that out cleanly. O'Shea still in with a chance. She's chasing the ball. She's hunting it. She's got to beat Crystal Brown, who I think has her covered for pace. Lucy Louis will be first to it, and she doesn't have a lot to kick to, but she does have a little bit of time to work something out. She'll kick it. Byes will have to work. She's got to get there ahead of Goldback Eggett. Goldback Eggett gets there first, but Byes can put some pressure on. Comes back now to Jeans. Jeans kicks it inside 50. Good work there from Perkins to intercept. Comes though to Beth Wheeler. Wheeler. And ball still in dispute. Goldback Eggett. Perkins is on the ground. I just missed that as I was looking down at my team sheet. She looks in a bit of pain. And we'll have a ball up just forward of the wing for the Tars, and Buffs really got away with one there. Tars had a 2-on-1, and just probably a lead to the wrong place, a handball, the wrong height, the wrong timing, meant they got away with it. Roberts tunnel balls it to Louis. Louis gets a handball out to Duggan. Duggan in ball to Hazlitt. It beats her. Gaynor, she picks it up. She gets it on. Here comes Boltai. Boltai kicks it inside 50. They've got numbers again. O'Shea's got Salib to work with, but she's got a dashing defender there as well, who's got more determination than the two of them. Gets it to Stokes as well. Stokes gets it out of the danger zone. She finds Fomakong. Fomakong kicks it high into that centre corridor, only as far back as Jeans. Jeans needs to go. Jeans kicks it inside 50. Zarafa can't take the mark, but she'll turn and go. Can they kick a goal? She throws it on the left. That might do the trick. Bishop at the fall of it spills over the back, 4 behind. Touch through. 1 goal to 8. Waratah trail the Buffets 2-3-15 as we head to the 14.5-minute mark of this third quarter here at TIO Stadium. So Stokes, or was it Althouse? Kicks it down the line and it finds Louis. It was Stokes. Althouse just waiting on the bench. Louis looks forward. She might come to Althouse now. Instead, she goes just inside, bounces over the maul, and Althouse will mop it up. Picks it. She's got a few to beat. She handballs it through. Rapson putting pressure on. Probably went to play, not the ball. Hartog there. She'll go the ball at the bottom of the pack. Spills out. Kicked forward by Wheeler, and that's a 3/4 time siren. So again in that quarter, no goals were scored, and we go into the 3/4 time break. 15 minutes left to play in this one, and Tars, with their back against the wall, they succumbed last week. Will it happen 2 weeks in a row for them? You'll find out after the 3/4 time break.
This afternoon here at Waratah, TIO Stadium. To the left of your radio they go.
Wow, what a goal to start the game.
Beautiful. Goes for home and it's nailed an absolute rip-sorter. From the pocket, and he's kicked an absolute ripper.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium for this round 10 action between Darwin Buffets and Waratah. It's the 2022-23 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League season, and it's the Buffets who hold an unlikely but well-deserved 7-point lead here at three-quarter time, 2-3-15 to 1-2-8. Goal scorers for the Buffs, it's Nicole Schmidt and Bianca Stokes, both in the second quarter. For the Tars, Bronte Gaynor with one also in that second quarter. The Buffets, you'd say, have dominated this game, but the immense pressure hasn't been enough to crack the Tars back line. However, Tars probably had the best opportunity in that score to add to their tally with the foray forward, which they couldn't quite convert, and the forwards sort of had a defender out 2-on-1 and they just couldn't quite get their synergy worked up properly. Have an opportunity now. Here comes Schmidt again. Earns herself a free kick for a great tackle at half forward on Erin Hunt, who I reckon has been one of the best players on ground as well, Erin Hunt. Kicks it inside forward. Stokes couldn't take the mark. Ball will dribble over the boundary line for a throw-in in the forward pocket. So a big test of character for Tars. We saw they lost last week. Their first loss this season to the fellow ladder leaders Pint. Buffs in third place and definitely deserve their third place above anyone else. The remaining 6 sides are all on par with each other, you'd say, but these three definitely stack up as the top 3. The reigning premiers and Molly Althouse, the reigning win medalist, still looking in charge early in this one. Duggan gets it to Perkins. Perkins barrels it forward. Bounces through. Hardalini will run onto it. Can't take it cleanly. Tries to paddle it again to herself. It's almost tunnel bored through the Tars defenders. Gina Daniel trying to extract it. Erin Hunt, she gets boot to ball out there in the middle of the ground. Bounces through to a couple. Althouse runs back to it. Lucy Louie, handball into it. There's a few red and white jumpers out there, more so than the double blue jumpers, so they'll come away with it. Bishop, she's moved to the back line again. No, she's stayed in the forward line, but Callista Jane Shiner outplayed her there. Hartog, she takes the mark in plenty of space, but she goes back and will take her kick and take her time. She feigns a handball, now comes across, didn't really know where to kick. That'll work. That will work to Beth Wheeler. Beth Wheeler takes a few back. Oi! A handball to the run of Hartog was intercepted by Duggan, and the Buffs are on the attack again. Very, very clever, very good nous there from Duggan. Tars have put themselves under pressure. Comes back to O'Hare. O'Hare works it forward. Roberts grabs it. Tackled by Hartog. Ball spills out. Got to be pinged for holding the ball. It is. Hartog will have a chance to redeem herself here. She kicks it across. A bit of a switch. Althouse lurking. Can't intercept. That works out. That'll do. I think this is Gaynor here on the half-back flank. Kicks it out to Bailey. Caitlin Bailey. She's done pretty well tonight. She kicks it forward. Callista Jane Shiner takes a defensive mark, and she can keep doing that. It'll be hard for the Tars to get over the top of them tonight. She now goes in the middle of the ground. Ball bounces down to Althouse. Hartog though. Gee, she's been good tonight. I've really rated her game too. Ball comes through. Hartog lurking at the back of the pack will pick it up. She sees ball. She gets ball. No, she doesn't. Slewinski does. Hunt gets a hand to it. Kasakala gets it into Duggan. Gets it back to Kasakala. Kasakala kicks it forward. No, she doesn't. Doesn't get very far forward. Hunt spun around, gets boot to ball, kicks it out to Perkins. Perkins has got a big boot on her. Not always as damaging as it could be though. She plays on here, gets to 50, kicks it long, and that bounces through for a goal. So Perkins, that kick was damaging, puts them up by 13 points, 3-3-21 to 1-2-8. So just take a look at this here. Perkins, she's about 50 out when she kicks this. Plays on. Look at her go. Outside the paint, 52. Where does it bounce? It bounces about 1 metre out. So it's a Solid kick, 51 metres. Not too bad. Put some 13 points up in the context of the game. 4 minutes and 20 seconds in. It's a very important goal. Tars need to kick 3 more, just about. Or 2 more goals and a couple of points if they're a chance in this one. We'll see if they can do it. Ball comes to ground. Althouse wrapped up. Sorry, Althouse does the wrapping up of Salib. Nominates for ruck, as does Bailey. Bailey gets a hit out down to Salib. Salib throws it on the boot. Good kick forward there from Haas. Haas has been interesting all night, looking like she's dangerous, but hasn't really been dangerous. Hopefully she can turn it on for the Tars in this last quarter for their sake. Slewinski doesn't take the mark, but gives it off and gives a good shepherd as well. Good follow-up work there. Duggan at the fall of the ball, hesitated a bit, but she'll run onto it and pick it up. No, she won't. Watts making her work for it. She gets it back there to Jenna Daniel. Umpire calls for my ball. So on the forward flank for the Buffs, Big Tex Perkins' big goal is just about not sealed this game, but made it a very difficult challenge for the Waratahs. We'll see what happens from here. Hazlitt, Caitlin Hazlitt it is, gets down. Crystal Brown kicks it high. Althouse couldn't take the mark. Free kick going her way though. I think that might have been an unrealistic attempt. Was the decision behind it. That kick not a great one. It only goes as far back as Erin Hunt. Hunt plays on. Looks to switch. Gaynor couldn't take the mark easily. And instantly down to pressure again. There goes Fomakong. Kicks it high. Hunt, she ran onto it again, but overruns it. Schmidt gets boot to ball. Goes to Stokes. They're under pressure. Stokes can't pick it up. Just keeps getting it away from herself. Try to get boot to ball there. Alan Hammer, I think, involved as well. Now Charlie Byers. They want a piece of it. Piece of the action. Sees ball. Gets ball. No, she doesn't. Now pops out. Yana Ransom at the bottom of the pack here. They're just bodies flying everywhere. Desperation in this one as well. We saw a bit of desperation in the men's game between these two sides in the one before this. The curtain raiser to this game. And this one, equally, you can see the sides are equally desperate for this one. O'Hare has it in the back pocket. Will come out to Britt Daly. Brown playing in front. Got it to ground. We'll get back from Wheeler to Salib. Salib kicked it long, but who is long? Althouse, and now Althouse will go to the hot spot, and they're lurking at the back was Shelby Allen Hammer on a bit of a tight angle, and she can seal this game for the Buffettes. 7 minutes, or it'll be 8 minutes by the time she kicks it, if she kicks it through the big sticks. So Shelby Allen Hammer hasn't kicked one today. Not a great looking kick, but it will... Oh, it's a behind. So they extend the lead to 14 points, 2 goals, 2. Darwin Buffaloes, 3 goals, 4, 22, leading Waratah 1 goal, 2 behinds, 8. They need to move quickly, Tars. Crystal Brown gets it there to Taylor Harder-Looney. Harder-Looney goes on goal. In fact, she goes into the pocket towards Stokes, but it can't hit her. Here comes Erin Hunt. Erin Hunt throws it on the boot, and it'll bounce and roll over the boundary line. I think that'll be a free kick to the Buffs with that deliberate rule, or the out-of-bounds rule that they're playing here, and it is. So Crystal Brown will load up, kick into the centre corridor to Taylor Harder-Looney. She runs onto it in plenty of space and just kicks it to the hot spot. Schmidt, not there. Couldn't take it. It's snapped around the corner. And it's another behind to Shelby Allen Hammer. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full. So we'll have Boltai, who probably up to 3/4 time was also one of the best. It's been a bit quiet in this quarter when they've needed her. She'll bring it back in. High kick long. Haas will take the mark. She's got a player on down here in Bailey, and she'll go to her. Kick won't make the distance, so Old House red at best. Zarafa running onto it. Crystal Brown picks it up, hands it through. Tars work it forward. Wheeler puts a tackle on Louis. Picked up by Shiner. No, it's not. Good work from Wheeler to keep the ball to ground. Jeans gets a handball out. Here go the Tars. Look at them running through. Gaynor kicked it forward there. Bishop, she's lurking. Good strong tackle. Is that holding the ball? Umpire says play on. They keep going. Harder Looney, she's been all over everything. Now to Hazlitt. Carly Hazlitt it is. But it bounces out now. Britt Daly, she's steamrolled by Brown. In fact, that was Mia Haas again. Gets it to Nikki Watts. Nikki Watts goes to Taylor Harder-Looney. She intercepted it. Zarafa will run onto it and try and work it in Tar's favour. There's a couple of players who've snuck forward if they can get it to them. Here's their opportunity. Gaynor, she now goes. O'Shea takes it. Could have played on, could have given it off to Wheeler, who would have run into an open goal. But she'll take the pressure instead. Go back and kick. She can kick this. They're in with a shot here for sure. So O'Shea, formerly listed with the Crows, walking in. Kicks it. Doesn't make the distance. Shiner out from fullback, kicks it. And it's intercepted there by Goldback Eggett. Goldback Eggett. Again, they need to hit the scoreboard. Time's becoming a factor. Bishop at the fall of it takes the mark. So Bishop needs to turn and go quickly. She's taking too much time here. She's going to go through her routine properly. Make sure of it. So she walks in. Sharona Bishop. And that is straight through. That's a goal. So they're still in with this sniff here. The Tars, 2 goals, 2-14 to 3-4-22, an 8-point ball game. And we are 11 minutes and 40 seconds through this one. You'd think Tars need to get another goal pretty quickly. If they're a chance though, anything can happen. In fact, I think there was a girls' game on the back oval on Wednesday night where this was the margin with even less time on the clock. The mighty Banks girls in Div 2 managed to pull off a win for the ages. 2 late goals, including a goal pretty much on the siren. And they came back from 8 points down with 90 seconds left on the clock. No extra time included as well. So even all the more impressive. So Tars can just look to them for some inspiration. But there goes Fomacong. Fomacong to Hartog. In fact, Hartog's intercepted it. I think that's bounced off the head of Hazlitt. Hazlitt to Hazlitt. Hartog, a brick wall in the way. Boltai picks it up. She's run into and shoved off the ball there. Ransom was. Hazlitt is taken over the boundary line. You can see the Tars girls can sniff it. They know they need to go quickly. So we'll have a ball up. Centre wing. Old House on Bailey. Beautifully done by Brown out of the ruck. Kicks it forward. Daly, she paddles it there to Rapson. Rapson dances around. She gets it back to O'Hare. O'Hare kicks it high to Hartog. Old House is there though. She takes the mark. Safe hands. Best player in the competition will make sure of this one. She won't let anything get in the way. She kicks it forward now. Slewinski, I think, was the target. It was. Slewinski rolls round to her left, a preferred left. There she finds Ransom. Yana Ransom kicks it to full forward. Stokes couldn't take the mark. Gregory kicks it to the goal square. It won't bounce kindly for it. Hunt overruns it. Will run back and pick it up. Gets it out of there. They know they need to go quickly. Harder Looney picks it up, rolls around. Will roll out of bounds. Hunt couldn't keep it in. So we'll have a ball up in the forward pocket in the dying stage of this one. 8 points. 14 minutes and 15 seconds gone. We know these quarters run for 15 minutes and time on. We've seen 2 goals kicked in this quarter. So the clock might run up to about 16 and a half. Tars still in with a chance, but they probably almost instantly need to get the ball down the other end. We'll see how they go. Boltai kicks it long. Running to it will be Gaynor. Ball bounces out of bounds and it'll be a free kick to Roberts. So Roberts, she comes back. She's got a couple of players, a couple of options sort of laterally and short forward, or she can bomb it long. She'll go to the lead of Brown. Finds Brown. They can just milk the clock from here. Lead's coming from Alan Hammer. I think she'll go there. She does. Shelby Allen Hammer takes the mark. So she had a chance to seal the game probably about 5 minutes ago. Missed with that one. Let's kick a bit further out. A bit less pressure given consideration to the clock. But she kicks this. And it's game over for the Tars. Shelby Allen Hammer going through her routine. She walks through. Kicks. And happy with that one. Straight off the boot. It's made the distance. And she's the hero. Well done to the Buffettes. Signed, sealed and collected. This game is 4 goals for 28. They're doubling the score of Tars 2-2-14. It's a 14-point margin here at TIO Stadium. And the Tars come to their second loss in as many weeks after falling short against Pint last week. Not the way that they thought this middle part of the season would go for them. So seconds left on the clock. 16 minutes gone. You look at the ladder and the Buffaloes with this win will still be behind St Mary's, but from what I've seen of these teams competing, the Buffettes have been a much more consistent, much stronger side than St Mary's, and I dare say they'll be fighting out for longer at the end of the season. They've knocked off one of the top teams of the competition in Waratah. The only other side to do that is Pint. So interesting couple of weeks ahead. Looking at the fixture, the Buffettes, they have the bye next week, a well-deserved bye. Bishop, she runs in and she kicks a goal. Consolation goal at this stage. 8 points behind. 4-4-28, Darwin Buffaloes lead against Waratah Football Club 3-2-20. And just having a look at this on the replay, good work there from Wheeler to get the ball inside 50. Finds Bishop. Bishop just had the nous to keep going when other players thought the play had stopped. Runs through, kicks a goal. Talented player. That's bread and butter for her. Waratah, meanwhile, next week they've got Nightcliff, who probably not as much of a challenge this year as perhaps they may have been last year or in previous years. But there's a bit of pressure now on the Tars to win one back again. You keep losing, those wins become harder to find. In the back line, Watts picks it up. She goes forward. O'Shea slips through her hands. Oldhouse picks it up. Throws it on the boot. Bounces forward. Schmidt. In fact, it was Gregory, running to it. There's a siren. Siren beats them all. So the Buffettes, they win a famous victory here at TIO Stadium on Saturday night. 4-4-28 have won 3-2-20 against Waratah. Quickly we'll take you through the goal scorers. For the Buffs, it was Stokes, Perkins, Schmidt and Shelby Allen Hammer with the sealer. For Tars, it was Bronte Gaynor, Sharona Bishop as well. And there's a goal that I'm missing. That's all right. Unfortunately, it wasn't their night anyway. It was all the Buffettes. So we'll see how their journeys progress for the rest of the season. Thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed the game as much as I did. We'll see you next week for more coverage of the men's and women's TIO NTFL 2022-23 Premiership seasons.